Soft background music begins, cinematic but calm. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we have something truly special, a story about courage, dreams, and pain behind the smile of one of the world's greatest action stars. This is the untold story of Jackie Chan, told simply, clearly, and beautifully so you can improve your English while discovering the real man behind the legend. Jackie Chan, a name that brings to mind fast punches, flying kicks, and laughter. But behind that fearless smile, there was a boy who cried in silence, who worked harder than anyone could imagine, and who never gave up even when the world laughed at him. Let's go back to the beginning, to a small hospital in Hong Kong, 1954. A baby was born. His parents were poor. They called him Chan Kong Sang, which means, born in Hong Kong. He weighed almost 12 pounds, and the doctor even joked that he looked like a little cannonball. Nobody knew that this baby would one day change the face of action cinema. Jackie's parents worked as servants for the French ambassador. They lived in a small room in the embassy. Jackie was full of energy. He loved climbing trees, jumping from walls, and fighting with other kids, not out of anger, but because he loved to move. But when he was only 7 years old, his life changed forever. His parents couldn't afford to raise him anymore, so they sent him to a strict school in Beijing, the China Drama Academy. It wasn't a normal school. It was more like a military camp. The students woke up before sunrise, trained for hours, and learned acrobatics, singing, and acting. Every day was hard. Jackie was beaten if he made mistakes. Sometimes he cried. Sometimes he wanted to run away. But he stayed. He learned to fall without breaking, to jump without fear, and to perform without rest. Slowly, the pain became strength, and fear became discipline. There were other boys with him too, including Sammo Hung and Yuan Biao, who would later become famous actors as well. They became like brothers. Together, they were known as the Seven Little Fortunes. They performed on stage, showing amazing acrobatics and martial arts. The audience cheered, but behind those cheers was sweat, blood, and endless practice. When Jackie turned 17, the opera school closed. He had no money, no education, and no place to go. But he had something powerful: skill and discipline. He started working as a stuntman in Hong Kong films. He took dangerous jobs for very little pay, falling from buildings, crashing through windows, or getting punched for real. Directors quickly noticed him. There was something special about this young man. He wasn't just fearless, he was creative. He could turn danger into art. But even then, fame didn't come easily. Jackie tried to become a big martial arts star like Bruce Lee, who had just passed away. The studios wanted another Bruce Lee, but Jackie wasn't Bruce. He didn't want to be serious or angry. He wanted to smile, to make people laugh, even during fights. He failed again and again. Movies didn't sell. Audiences didn't understand him. He was close to giving up. But then came his turning point, the movie Snake in the Eagle's Shadow in 1978. This time, Jackie was allowed to do things his way. The fighting was funny, fast, and full of character. People loved it. He followed it with Drunken Master, and suddenly, Jackie Chan became a superstar across Asia. But his success wasn't only about fighting, it was about style. He mixed comedy and action like no one else. He made the audience laugh while holding their breath. Every fight scene looked like a dance, painful, beautiful, and funny all at once. Still, Jackie didn't stop pushing himself. He wanted to be the best. He did all his stunts himself, no doubles. He broke bones, cut his head, dislocated his shoulder, even cracked his skull during one dangerous jump in Armor of God. Most actors would quit after that, but not Jackie. He smiled, put a bandage on, and went back to work. When Hollywood called, things didn't go smoothly at first. His early American movies didn't do well. The directors didn't understand his Chinese style of comedy and action. They wanted explosions and muscles, not humor and heart. Jackie went back to Hong Kong and made more hits, Police Story, Project A, and Dragons Forever. Finally, in 1998, his Hollywood dream came true with Rush Hour. He played opposite comedian Chris Tucker, and their chemistry was magic. The movie was a global hit, and Jackie Chan became a household name all over the world. But behind the fame, Jackie's life was full of challenges. He often said he regretted not spending enough time with his family. His son, JC, grew up feeling distant from him. Jackie admitted in interviews that fame came at a cost, loneliness. He said, "I wanted to be a good actor, but I forgot to be a good father." Jackie also faced criticism. Some said his movies were too dangerous, that young people might try to copy his stunts. Jackie always warned his fans, "Never try this at home. I risk my life so you can enjoy the movie." As the years passed, Jackie's body began to feel the price of decades of stunts. He carried scars, metal pins, and old injuries everywhere. Yet, he continued to perform, direct, and inspire. He became a symbol of hard work, resilience, and humility. Jackie once said, "I never think I'm better than anyone. I just think I work harder than most people." Today, Jackie Chan is more than a movie star. He's a living legend, a bridge between East and West, action and comedy, strength and kindness. He has received honorary Oscars, countless awards, and the respect of millions. But what makes him truly special is not the trophies, it's the way he touches people's hearts. His movies teach that you can fall, but you must get up again. That laughter can be stronger than anger. That being humble is more powerful than being famous. Jackie's story reminds us that greatness is built from pain, patience, and purpose. He grew up poor, now he's one of the world's most loved icons. He once slept on the floor, now he walks red carpets. He once felt invisible, now millions watch his films with joy. Jackie once said, "I'm not a hero. I just fight for fun." But we know the truth, heroes are not born in fancy places. They are made in small schools, in hard moments, in silent nights when no one sees your pain. Jackie Chan taught the world that you can smile even when it hurts. That you can fall 1,000 times and still rise again. As we close this story, remember, Jackie's life isn't just a movie script, it's a lesson. A lesson in courage, discipline, and never giving up. If you're learning English, take a moment to think about what his journey means. Listen to his interviews, watch his movies, and try to feel the rhythm of his voice. Because stories like his don't just teach you new words, they teach you how to live stronger, work harder, and dream bigger. So, what can we learn from Jackie Chan's untold story? That pain is not the end, it's the beginning. That laughter can heal wounds. That no matter how many times life knocks you down, your comeback can always be stronger. Jackie Chan's life shows us that success is not about luck. It's about falling 100 times and standing up 101. And that's why, even after decades in cinema, he still runs, jumps, laughs, and fights like a young man. Because inside, he never stopped being that 7-year-old boy from Hong Kong who just wanted to make people smile. Soft music swells. Thank you for listening to Jackie Chan's Untold Story. If you enjoyed this English learning story, stay tuned for more heroes, more inspiration, and more ways to learn through stories that move your heart and your mind. Because learning English is not just about words, it's about understanding people, emotions, and life. And remember, just like Jackie Chan says, don't give up. Work hard. Be kind. End with cinematic fade-out sound, calm outro music.